71% of the Earth's surface is water, yet most of the water's undersea depths remain unexplored. Now a man from Southern California is getting ready to embark on an expedition around the world underwater. Alan Leva is here now with more on the Undersea Voyager project.
Well, Philip, Scott Cassell and his team will spend 5 years circumnavigating the globe. That is 27,000 miles all underwater. They'll be in a tiny submarine searching for new life and studying our impact on the world's climate and our oceans.
0.5% of the ocean water has been explored. That leaves over 99% of it unseen by man.
This is Scott Cassell's office.
I actually see Undersea Voyager project as important as our first steps on the moon.
A man more at home underwater than above it.
The state of the oceans right now is becoming dire. We have systems that are failing all around the world, including fisheries that are failing.
Scott hopes his round-the-world journey underwater will shed new light on climate change and its impact on the oceans. The Undersea Voyager project just completed its maiden voyage, a test run of sorts, in and around Lake Tahoe.
Some of these trees are 2,000 years old, and they're still standing straight up in the water. And it was a beautiful, majestic sight to see our little submarine flying through this ancient forest.
Beautiful, yes, but it also serves a scientific purpose.
These trees are perfectly preserved. And inside of the rings of these trees, if you core sample them, they found that they can determine the exact level of oxygen that was in the air 2,000 years ago, how many rain cycles occurred over the years.
Living on those trees, a potentially new species of life.
They're not a fungus, they're not an algae, and they're not an animal, but they have attributes of all. It's a single cellular life form that creates these colonies that look like a jellyfish. Looking at these things is like looking back millions of years in time.
Scott's team found evidence of prehistoric earthquakes and tsunamis. This is an earthquake fault that ruptured approximately 500 years ago.
You can see that there's about 9 feet of elevation right here that actually occurred in about 1 to 1.5 seconds.
The team also found evidence that glaciers falling into Lake Tahoe set off a mega tsunami 7,000 years ago.
And hundreds of thousands of tons of ice that slammed into the ocean, that created this 100-meter wave that actually traveled 20 miles across the Lake Tahoe and back. That was incredibly catastrophic. And they're saying that this could, in fact, happen again.
Scott's own fascination with the ocean started when he was 6 years old and saw the Jules Verne classic film 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Scott hopes to inspire the next generation of explorers and scientists by including them in his adventures.
In Lake Tahoe, we actually had 4 14-year-old science students learn how to fly the sub, and actually were taught the scientific method of data collection. So these kids learn how to operate the sub, how to maintain the sub.
The Undersea Voyager project hopes to bring those lessons directly into classrooms around the world.
Our goal is to have live transmissions of dives so that teachers can talk to their classrooms in real time and take questions from hundreds of feet underwater.
Most importantly, Scott hopes the Undersea Voyager project will help get the word out about how pollution is affecting the chemistry of our oceans. Oceans absorb about 1/4 of all carbon dioxide emissions produced by the burning of fossil fuels, and that has led to a 30% increase in the ocean's acidity.
It's been said that between 25 and 50 years, the acidification is going to get so toxic that the planktons will die in the sea. And not only is that the foundation of life in the ocean, it also creates 71% of the Earth's oxygen. The acidification of the ocean will almost certainly create a mass extinction of almost every mammal species on the planet.
The Undersea Voyager project is still raising money for their journey around the world, and in the meantime they're planning several smaller expeditions, including one to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. That is a Texas-sized vortex of trash 1,000 miles off the California coast, and we'll keep you updated on their progress. Mark and Michelle and Philip, back to you.